it's Tana. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Home is Where the Mom Is blog and YouTube video hop for the latest release for Scrappy Tales Crafts. So I have here my items from the new release. These dies cut out You Are Beautiful, Happy Mother's Day, and I Love You Mom. And then we have the Spring Birds stamp set. And that's got some cute sentiments. A little birdie told me, spread your wings, it's your birthday. And the Oopsie Daisy stamp set. I love this one. And those two daisies look like they could also be sunflowers. And there's quite a few sentiments with that one as well. I'll see if I have a chance to read those to you later on in the video. And there's two other stamp sets, but I'm going to showcase those in a video next month. So I want to get started here. Any information you need about the blog hop, video hop giveaway will be in the description box below. I am fairly new to the hop, last minute join in, so I don't know that much about it, but I'll have everything you need down below. So I used my micron pen to kind of build some seeds into the center of the daisy so we could change it into a sunflower. And I'm just going to show you some quick coloring here of just one sunflower, and then we'll move on. And while I'm doing that, the Oopsie Daisy stamp set has Oopsie Daisy, I forgot your birthday. Have a beautiful day. You make my, and not a daisy goes by that I don't think of you. Hello, Daisy, and happy bee day. The bees in this stamp set are so cool. I colored a whole bunch of them. I didn't get a chance to use them in this video, but I do want to make a card with those bees. So honestly, when I colored this sunflower, I should have left some of that white in the center of each of those petals. I'm staring at it now, and I like the way it looks better than totally colored in. I do like the way it looks colored in, but some white as a highlight would have looked a lot nicer, I think. And I didn't color the little tiny twigs and leaves on the side because we're going to cut those off. So it looks like a sunflower. I spent a lot of time lining these dies up here on my panel. And I didn't need to because I forgot it cuts the entire circle out. So I die cut both of those out, and we're going to use I Love You Mom, Happy Mother's Day. I believe that's what I used. The two that you see off to the side there, those were just samples that I cut out so I could see how they looked once they were cut out. I used the low tack tape, but you still got to be careful. I've had paper rip on me even with the low tack purple tape. So I used Catherine Puller's It's a Girl pink ink and my Rabbit Hole Designs blending brush to blend some ink onto my die cut, and I left all the pieces in so it would be easier to ink blend. Then I took all the pieces out, and it made it much easier. And now I'm going to take a kind of like a leafy branch stencil from my stash and some of my Catherine Puller Sandcastle ink. I'm just going to quickly ink up what's left of that panel, and this is a regular A2 size card here. And I really love the brown and pink together. It looks really nice. It's not a color palette I use often, so I surprised myself a little bit. And now we're going to add our acetate circles to the back of the panel. So this video has two cards in it, and they don't take too long. It's only a 10-minute video. But I just wanted to make sure I let everybody know to stick around after the first card. Now I'm going to use the die cut sentiments, and I'm going to put some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive on them and add them on top of the acetate once the panel is flipped back around to the right side. Don't overload it with glue, because even though the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive dries clear, you still don't want a lot of gunky stuff on your acetate. Now originally my idea was to make a shaker card with this, but I recently saw a Jennifer McGuire video where she used pearls instead of doing a shaker window, and I wanted to try that. Now granted, her pearls were much bigger. I used smaller ones, So it probably took me a great deal longer, but I really love the way this turned out. I think it's something that I am going to do more often, and maybe with all kinds of different sizes of pearls. So I used brown and tan and two different colors of yellow, two different shades of yellow. And there really was no rhyme or reason. I try not to put too many colors together of the same color, or too many pearls together of the same color, but really there's no way to avoid it. So I started out with Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and switched to crystal glaze. It just worked easier that way. And while that's drying, I am going to glue my two sunflowers that I chose onto the panel in the two empty spaces that were left. I am going to put 2 layers of foam tape. I put 2 layers of foam tape on that card panel just to make sure there was room for the pearls. And don't overload the crystal glaze also when you're laying it down. Just put a thin film, do a little bit at a time, because you don't want to oversaturate your paper. So I added a little bit of glue to the foam tape, and then I glued that front panel onto the back panel and glued the entire thing onto the card front. I wanted to show you that I finished the bird bath for the second card. We're going to go over the water part of the bird bath with some Nuvo crystal glaze. I do add some iridescent half pearls to the front of the first card, and then that first card is done. And I think this will be my Mother's Day card for this year. So, hey Mom, hope you like your card. She always watches my videos. Now for the second card, I went through the trouble of stamping all these branches and making sure I, masked off parts so that I only had parts of the branch coming out on the slimline panel. And then I cut them all out, guys. I realized after I stamped them all out, well, this can't be a 1-layer card because I've already cut out the birds in the bird bath, and I forgot to ink blend my sky. So rather than cut out a whole bunch of masks, I decided to fussy cut every single branch out. I left a tiny, tiny, tiny white border around all of them. Now that's not something I normally do, but I'm glad I did this time because it really looks nice on the blue sky background. So we're almost done stamping those out here. And that's them all stamped out. And then you can see up above there that they're all colored and fussy cut out. So I'm using a cloud stencil from my stash. This panel, even though you can't really tell, has a light covering of tumbled glass distress oxide on it. And then I use the Salty Oceans to ink blend my clouds on. I have a piece of grass already die cut and ink blended with Grass Skirt from Catherine Pooler. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue all my branches to the card panel. I really do use a lot of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. I think I'm going to need some more really soon. I glue the grass to the bottom of the panel as well, but I pop the bird bath up on foam tape. Here I'm just going to put my panel onto a 4 by 8.5. I'm sorry. I have like 3 different slimline card base sizes sitting in my basket right now. So this one is 4 by 8.5. That's the finished size. And I popped the bird bath up with foam tape. I stamped and cut out and colored a couple extra birds there. And two of them actually came from the bird bath itself, and I just cut them off of the bird bath so I could use them again. Because some of the other birds were cute, but they were definitely bigger, and it just would have looked way out of proportion with them up in the tree branches and being giant compared to the ones in the bird bath. I also took some of the little, I look at them as cherry blossoms, colored them pink and purple, and I'm just scattering those between the branches and on the grass. So this card is almost done. We're going to take some Versamark ink here, or Versafine, and we're going to use the Sentiment Spread Your Wings. I split that up just by putting some purple tape over part of the sentiment that I'm not currently stamping it out, and then switching it and covering the other part while I stamp out your wings. So you guys have all seen me do that before. And that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget that all the information about the hop and the giveaway and the next person in the hop will be in the description box below. Hope you guys see something you like. If you do, don't forget to use your fellow YouTubers or blog affiliate links and help support their channels. And we will see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye for now.